Hey coaches, this is Kyle Nelson with Cornerstone Coaching Academy. Thanks for your interest in our 10 practice plan series. Wanted to create a quick video for you to show you what our practice plan series is going to look like. Right in the middle of making it still, and then a little bit about why we made it, how it can benefit you and your program as well, and also your personal life, which is really the real benefit for me. So, the genesis behind the 10 practice plan series is we used to have a skill sheet that I worked off of. It was a spreadsheet. It had every single skill, tactic, technique that we wanted to cover throughout practice, and then it had a place for you to put the date in there when you covered it, so you could look back at it and say, oh, look, I haven't covered this in a couple of weeks. We need to incorporate this into practice. Generally worked pretty well. But sometimes during the season, when you get into a run of a lot of games in a row, you're really busy. You know, if you're a high school coach, you're teaching class, you've got papers to grade, you've got family at home, and that skill sheet kind of fell by the wayside, and it bit us last year. Big game, we had a first and third situation, a fake steal or fake squeeze, straight steal situation that we didn't defend very well. And I looked over at our assistant coach, and I said, you know what, that's on us because we haven't covered that specific situation in like 6 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever it was. And that's just unacceptable to me as a coach, that my team was not prepared for a situation that they saw during a game. So what I decided to do is I decided to create these 10 practice plans. And here's what's going to happen in these 10 practice plans. Every single situation that I can think of that you will need to cover throughout your season will be incorporated at least one time in these 10 practice plans. And all you have to do each day is pull the next one in the series, and that way you know that you're covering everything. Now, obviously, I'm going to tweak them a little bit as needed if there's something that pops up that we need to work on during the season, but one of the biggest benefits to me is that this is going to save me like 5 to 10 hours a week of planning, because when you get done with practice at 6 o'clock. Okay, you have your post-practice meeting at 6:30. And maybe you don't leave after you clean up everything till 7 o'clock. You get home at 7:30. You've got a family. You want to spend time with your family during the season. That time is precious with your family during the season. And oh yeah, you've got a practice to plan for the next day as well, on top of grading papers and all the other things that we do. And so what this is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to simply open up these practice plans, take a look at them, tweak them as I need to, and go to practice the next day. It's literally going to save me 5 to 10 hours of planning time a week that I now get to spend with my family. Okay, so let me take you through the practice plans. You can see we've got our Cornerstone template here that gives you the minutes after the start of practice, the name of the activity, the description of it. Anything that you see that has a little asterisk right there, there is going to be a full either written description or video for you of exactly how it needs to be done. The great thing about that is if you have a tablet, if you have a cell phone where you can access this, right at practice with some of these things like your Pitcher's Daily Dozen, if your pitchers are having trouble with it, hey, just click on the link in the back of the practice plan. It'll take you right to the web page where they can look at these daily dozens. We give you the key teaching points for each one, as well as a full description. We have a very limited staff. We have a very limited facility. So I created these practice plans to be 2 hours in length. It can be done with 2 coaches and very, very limited equipment, as you can see here. Okay, so some of them are, med balls. You can get those for $40. Agility ladder, $20. Some surgical tubing, extremely cheap. Hopefully you have a batting cage. And what we've done is we've put 4 hitting stations with tees around our field. Always make sure you have enough baseballs. If you have those things, coaches, you can run these practices just turnkey. It's next one up, next one up, next one up, and you'll never have to worry about forgetting a situation. I'll take you to the back a little bit here so that you can see what this all entails. After the end of the practice plan, each plan will be 1 or 2 pages, and then there's a resource page that has absolutely everything that you need to run that practice plan. Okay, so if you take a look, if you want to incorporate our Pitcher's Daily Dozen, all you have to do is click right there. It takes you directly to our web page at Cornerstone that has the Pitcher's Daily Dozen on it. Okay, and then you can go down to any of these that you need to show your players, and they can just take a look at it, and really, really helps you out, really, really will help them out as well. Again, so you don't have nearly as much planning time, and you'll never forget anything. So I hope that clears up a little bit about what we're doing. Right now, I've written about 5 of these things. The first one with all the resources is 12 pages. The other ones are about 10 pages with all the resources, but the actual thing that you'll print out for each is 1 or 2 pages. So stay tuned for more information on this as well as a release date. If you have any questions, please feel to contact me, Kyle, at cornerstonecoachingacademy.com.